Hey there guys, this is Kage DQT coming at you today. As promised, I am going to teach you how the guild matchmaking actually works. Because people are, well, they've been confused for a long time. I've seen people say things like, well, if I have X amount of people, you can't be matched with me. Or, I'm rank X on the rankings. Why am I fighting rank Y on the rankings? Okay, so I did a study this week, or this month. I had 3 guilds get set up. Well, technically 2. One was around rank 20, 25. And we did a little experiment. We went ahead and we started completely new guilds because guild ranking does affect things. Now, actual guild rank level, the rank in the top left corner, that rank, that dictates who you're going to be fighting. Nothing else. Nothing else dictates it. Now, there is a range, and I think the range is going to say a maximum of 10 ranks. So, since we're 31 right now, when the matchmaking does start to calculate, I think the highest we would see is 41, and the lowest we would see is 21, which means when we take a look at guilds like Zenith here, they're rank 58 guild. So realistically, I don't see them fighting anybody below 48. Maybe 47, maybe they were 57 before the match started. And so, when people are like, well, why do I get matched up against these people? It's just the levels. Members don't matter. The amount of members don't matter at all. It doesn't matter at all. I mean, we were slated to get Master 1 with this set. We actually were going to try and tie up with our sub-guild. We totally botched that towards the end. We probably should just all forfeited matches in advance. But, we basically said, screw it. We honored that we couldn't make the tie. So my sub-guild got Master 1. Dapper's Guild got Platinum 2. We got Platinum 1 with minimal effort. Super minimal effort. And you'll see here, see how far back we can go. Going back to 15 members here. This guild had 17 members. They had 16. This one had 19. And some of these, matchups here, they're, like there's S5s in this setup, and even in the actual league, this one group had 12 people. I mean, some of these setups are good, but you had people with like E5, S5, S Starks, all sorts of stuff here, and we got a fair amount of gems. We got a fair amount of gems for it. My sub-guild did better than Arena Watch, did better than a lot of other guilds with minimal effort, minimal stress. So, if you want to play this way, go for it. What you got to do is you got to set up a completely new guild and start from scratch, You may not want to race up on the stand boards as much because, I mean, let's face it here. When you look at things like the Stam leaderboard, in terms of what you get for what you put in, the maximum you can get is 2,000, and that's if you're in the top 10. And God knows everybody in the top 10, unless you're Tropical Visions, who doesn't do refreshes, or some other people who just don't spend gems and rely on others to carry them, you're going to be spending more than you can get to get this done. Doesn't pan out. So, I mean, the sweet spot's maybe 11 to 30 or 31 to 100, but even if you kind of take your foot off the pedal and do 101 to 500, that's 1,000, and if you get, you get Master 1 off of fighting some bot guilds or something, or even like Master 2 or Platinum 1, you get most of those gems back without having to go up against all these whale teams and all this other stuff and all these people throwing down serious money. Now, could some of these people who throw down serious money do this as well? Sure. Will they? Probably not, because they looking at their fancy guilds. They like looking at their fancy setups here and all this nice stuff. this stuff here, this means shit. This means jack and shit in Japan. They have not done anything with the ranking system. Maybe they will later, which if you do, decide to deviate off, you could be missing out on some stuff later on. That is a risk. But for right now, jack shit. CP doesn't get calculated into this. Number of people do not get calculated into this. I don't know the exact range of the rankings, mind you, for these guild levels, but you can definitely go from fighting high-end guilds if you're a high-level guild at the cost of 300 gems for one person to reset up. And, just this month alone, I mean, Oscar's guild got 2,500 gems for each member. I mean, last month, I think they got maybe 1,000. So, I mean, they netted 1,500 more for all their members. So, it's just, if, you don't have to play this way. But if you're wondering why you're always getting paired with certain people or very powerful teams, this is a deterrent for it. Now, other people could do this very same thing and you could end up in that same situation again. But you could also mitigate some of that too and not fight, 4 destructive teams in a row one season, or 2 destructive teams. You may get matched up against one who decided to re-roll their guild. Takes a lot of coordination as well. So people who aren't on Discord or aren't well, versed in handling these types of maneuvers, they're not going to be able to pull it off either. So this is for, people who've got a really good reach on their guild. They know how to manage things. They know how to coordinate. The average Joe's not going to be able to do this. But if you do it, if you get 10 people together, you go in there, you don't spend a lot in stam, you're probably fighting bot guilds. You're realistically, you're probably fighting either bot guilds or people don't put a lot of effort into the arena. And why not? Well, I'm not the type to try and go full out on this stuff. I don't care, to be honest. I'd rather just get my gems, be happy, and call it a day. I've got nothing to prove. I don't give a fuck. I mean, some of these other guilds, sure, go for the prestige, go for the glory. Great, you have fun with that. You spend 16 hours stressing over a match and hoping you get the 160 and clear it and win. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'd rather put in less effort on this end and get more back, because the alternative is having to spend a lot of money, spend a lot of time, a lot of dedication to have a chance to get Master 1 or Master 2 or whatever. And, oh well, this is the system. You want to change the system? Go for it. Have fun. Let me know how you plan to do that. You certainly changed up our 50 scouts there. Well, this is my gift to you, Square. Have fun with this. Well, anyway, if you guys have any questions or if you, learn anything further on this, feel free. Let me know. But realistically, if I was in most people's shoes and you were tired of your matchups, I would just take your payout at the start of the month, shell your guild, start up a new one the next day, and bring everybody over. Sure, you're one day behind, but stamina rankings versus, high-end arena rankings for more gems. Yeah, so, but if you ever wondered why you're always getting paired against shitty teams and you're, high on the stam leaderboard, you basically race towards your own destruction. So, anyway, with that being said, I want to thank you guys as always. If you have any other things you want me to look into in terms of mechanics for the game or questions, let me know. I do like doing this sort of stuff and kind of deconstructing things and learning how to navigate the system to our favor, because at the end of the day, I'd rather all of you get more gems than have to pay a lot more money to get me your results. Because, hey, save a couple bucks, why not? Anyway, guys, take care. Peace.